Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the video, and today let's go over the Age of Mythology Retold Update 17.43876. It's the most recent one that came out with the Arena of the Gods, and I am playing currently the Arena of the Gods. It's on my channel, being uploaded as I upload this, so go check that out. But let's go check out all the changes, because holy changes, okay? Listen. I kind of skimmed through a little bit, but at the same time, let's just go through it. I'm not going to mention all the changes. Don't get it twisted. I'm going to skip some sections. Obviously, like, for example, the modding section for the people that obviously mod. That's all for you. It's all going to be linked down below. But I'm more, I kind of want to see the balance changes, the god changes, and all the other changes that will obviously affect multiplayer play. That is what I am here to do. So without further ado, let's get it done. Alright, welcome heroes to another exciting update covering a host of fixes, blah blah blah. Plus today is the launch of the Arena of the Gods. Yes. Alright. Thanks again for the amazing community. By the way, listen, I appreciate the big patch. I appreciate the Arena of the Gods. But next time, can we get like a release time maybe? You know what I mean? You know, just be like, hey, it's releasing on the 7th, but at 11 a.m. or it's on the 7th on 1 p.m. Listen, dog. People got jobs, you know what I'm saying? Not saying nothing. Listen, all my unemployed homies out there, listen. You know what I mean? Shouts out to you. You can just jump on whenever, but, you know, it would be cool with a release time. That's all I'm saying. No hate, but just, come on. It's the bare minimum. All right, moving on. All right, so what do we got over here? All the places you can download the game, of course. New game mode, Arena of the Gods. Yes. They're pretty much co-op missions. You can also play as solo with twists to the world. That's pretty much what they're all about. We got 12 new achievements and what is it, 35 or 36? Yeah, 35 new skirmish missions. You're pretty much playing on maps that are part of like the, what do you call it? The ranked and unranked matchmaking. Like the regular skirmish maps is what you're playing on. They are just tweaked a little bit and they have a little bit of dialogue as well. So that's pretty much it. They're not custom built maps. Well, they might be custom built maps, but like they might be static in terms of like every single player plays on the same map. They might not be randomly generated. It might be like custom made, but they are the skirmish maps. You know what I mean? In of themselves. All right. What else? All right. Let's look at the stability performance. Fix some crashes. Cool. Out of sync, all these are good. They're going to help with, what's it called? Multiplayer, some shader fixes. Again, I'm going to be honest with you, if I read all this out, I don't even know what this means. You know what I'm saying? Ray tracing support, 2004 20H1 build. Listen, dog. I don't even know what that means, all right? Minor performance improvements, crash fixes, blah, blah, blah. Just a bunch of crash fixes, all that. If you want to really dive deep into that, sure, go ahead. But crash fixes and fixes, you know what I mean, to help with like sync and all that are always good to see. All right, so I always appreciate it. The following items were fixed in mid-October hotfix and are provided as a more completed list for those who are interested. There you go. Even more crash fixes, older save game updates, fixed a bug, the controller, but we'll fix a bug or some type. Yeah, again, a bunch of fixes. Good to see. Localization. Okay. Achievements. Yep, we got some achievements, and I guess now Xbox can show their progress when it comes to achievements as well. Graphics. I thought the graphics were, you know, pretty good. Pretty sure they just fixed like some like different animations and stuff like that, which again, good to see. Let's get to the meat and bones though. Audio. Fixed a bug causing microphones to appear as always in use by the game. Okay. So pretty much like UI audio fix. All right. Fixed a bug causing the mute button to not stay in sync with the mute state. Okay, so a bunch of UI audio changes over here. UI, visual polish, added tips to the loading screens. That's cool, you know, has something to read. I'll read them out. God power button flashing will now function correctly for infinitely recastable God powers. Cool, so it's pretty much going to show you that, you know, this God power can be used again. Cool. Improvements to rich present states to support. Okay, emojis are now removed from the player name when generating default lobby names. Okay, I guess. Minor stuff. The victorious player will be shown in the victory UI at the end of the games when watching your replay or spectating. Yeah, let them know who won. All right. Triggering cinematic mode on the first frames of random map with a custom access trigger or a scenario outside of the campaign mode no longer cause the minimap to be displayed. All right, all right. Where's the meat? Where is the meat, my brother? New cross input option for custom quick match and ranked matches. Okay, I like this. Disabling the cross input mode will require all players to use a controller for. Wait, what? Disabling the cross input mode will require all players to use a controller for gameplay. No, wait a minute. What if I'm on keyboard and mouse? Am I reading this wrong, or is cross input? I guess maybe cross input is like only a thing that you could do on Xbox, maybe. Or yeah, new filter option for controller only multiplayer games. Cool, because we currently before this we have the where you can disable crossplay. You know, which I'm gonna be honest, for a game like Age of Mythology, like a strategy game, I feel like it's so unfair to play against somebody who, like, if you're even both the same skill level to play, which never really happens, but to play against somebody on a keyboard and mouse when you're playing on a controller in a strategy game, I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't played Age of Mythology on controller, but I'll be honest with you. For anybody who does, let me know how it feels, because I couldn't imagine. Like, I know they're trying to, like, Age of Empires are really trying to push the whole, like, let's play strategy games on what's it called, console, and it's fine. You know what I mean? It's cool. Like, you know, I get it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Some players might want to play it, but it's just like, I don't know. I can't imagine. I feel like that would be just very stressful, in my opinion, because there's so many buttons and stuff like I don't know. I don't know how you would do it. And, like, in terms of speed, like, the person on the keyboard and mouse is always going to be a little bit faster, I feel like. But cool. New filter options. Nice. This one, I think, is actually very good. The new filter option for controller-only multiplayer games. Obviously, people playing a controller, I'm pretty sure they don't actually want to play with people on keyboard and mouse, you know, for the speed reason that I mentioned and all the other reasons. So I think this is actually very good. Hotkeys. Hotkeys for toggling stand ground and run away behavior for villagers is now probably functional. Nice. Villagers now have an attack move button. Thank the Lord. That is something that I have stated in many games. Makes sense. So the villagers don't just stand there and do absolutely nothing, because they do have an attack. What is this? Kataskopos will no longer be findable selectable when using fine military hotkeys. Cool. I don't even know what this is. Listen, I don't know all the names of every single unit in the game, so don't, like, you know what I mean? Don't, let me see. Kataskopos. Oh, they're the, cavalry. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I never go cavalry. Like, I literally never go cavalry, so, okay. I guess they're the scouts, right? The scouts you get in the beginning. Okay, so they're not technically military. Makes sense. Pressing escape in-game now only brings up the in-game menu if nothing is selected. Otherwise, it will deselect any current selection. Cool. Makes sense. Pretty much what every other game does. Fixed a bug that could leave users stuck with the camera panning enabled when releasing on the menu app. Thank the Lord. Holy, the amount of times where my mouse was like, we're going to the top left of your screen and the whole screen is coming with us. You know what I mean? You've probably seen in a lot of my multiplayer games where it just gets stuck in that panning mode. That is so good. Nice. Thank you. Finally. Fixes to improve the experience when using camera panning with cursor lock while in window mode. Okay, so these are pretty much like two fixes for the same thing. Good. And hotkey profiles are now supported. Nice. Hotkey profiles. That means, like, you can, like, change your hotkeys depending on who you're playing. Also, very good. Needed in a strategy game. Makes sense. Control on Xbox, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to skip this section because I do not play on control on Xbox, so I can't really give any feedback on any of this because I've not experienced it. But yeah, go check it down below if you do play it on controller/Xbox. These aren't changes to, like, let's say, the balance of the game. These are just changes that have to do with, you know, your controller and how it operates for the game. Next, gameplay. This is what I wanted to see. We got fixes. All right, let's do this. So gameplay, let's see it. Titans are now locked into their attack animations for a minimum time before swapping to a new action. Okay, I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess some people maybe were, like, spamming some type of, like, attack animation, made the Titans attack faster, so maybe this will balance them out more. Makes sense. Fimbul Winter Wolves are no longer count toward the favorite myth unit post-game stat. Are these the wolves that I hate so much? Please, 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 please. Are these the wolves that come out and they start attacking? Oh my god, bro. Honestly, this ability can go to hell, bro. Get this ability out the game, bro. This ability is where like the wolves spawn around every single enemy TC and take out like literally all your villagers. Just get this unit out the game, bro. I'll be honest with you. Because, like, the counter to it is, like, you have to send your whole military back. I get it's, like, an end game, like, ability. But it's so overpowered. Sorry to say. It's extremely overpowered. You know what I mean? Especially in team games. Have 4 players that have this ability and they all play it one after the other. Holy moly, brother. I hate this ability. I'll be honest with you. This fix should have been... Fimbul Wolves are no longer in the game. Alright, let me tell you something. Trade actions now properly remove their drop sites from working unit. Wait, trade actions now properly remove their drop sites from working units. I don't know exactly what that means. Heroizing multiple Atlantean units has now been optimized to operate as a single command instead of a command per unit. Cool. I thought you could do it with multiple units already, but good to see, I guess. Control group assignments through rally points will now function correctly. Cool. Updates to improve pathfinding, always good to see. I don't, kind of a bold proclamation. We'll see how it works. Units traveling in a formation will now use a leader position to help plan group movements. I don't know if this is good or bad. So one person gets chosen as a leader and then everyone follows the leader. We'll see if that works because, I don't know, I feel like strategy games, like, you really have to hit that nice balance when it comes to movement. You know, you have to. We'll see how it goes, though. We got to play it to see how, if the leader functionality actually works. Okay. Fix the bug causing some units to become stuck during attack actions. I have seen this. Good. Self-castable auto-boost abilities are no longer blocked from manual casting in some rare situations when the units are already proceeding to perform the ability with a valid target. I've never actually seen this, but... good. Looks like that would be very annoying if that did happen. Units in defensive stance will now properly return to their original position after killing a unit by auto-attacking. Nice. Makes sense. So their stance doesn't change. Fire objects are no longer collidable. Fire objects are no longer collidable. You mean like they would cancel each other out if 2 collided in midair? They should have kept that in the game, dog. That sounds crazy. If that's what they mean by it. Centaurs and Draugrs no longer kill herdables and chickens with their special attacks. That makes sense. I don't know exactly... because I've won Centaurs very rarely. But Draugrs I go all the time. They're like the undead archer. And they have like the arrow that like goes pretty far. And I'm guessing they did kill herdables and chickens with those special attacks. I never really noticed it, but it makes sense for a change. Fixed bug preventing arrow keys from moving the camera in some situations. Makes sense. Fixed a bug causing send a nearby naval unit command to sometimes move ships to the bottom corner of the map. I didn't even know this was a command. Nice to know. Fixed a bug causing the Dwarven Mind Gathering bonus to apply incorrectly in some situations. Hey, bro, where's that guy who commented in one of my videos talking about this guy's not even dwarf maxing? You know what I'm saying? They didn't even work. They didn't even work. Listen, I wasn't in the wrong, my brother. They didn't even work properly, all right? So you were the fool paying all that gold for the dwarf that didn't even give you the bonus. Not me. Buildings being worked on by friendly units no longer have noticeable delays when retargeting their attacks. Sure, nice. Caravans no longer... Wait, caravans can no longer be garrisoned in sky passages and underworld passages. Okay, that makes sense, because obviously you could probably finesse that to make your trade go crazy. Indeed, indeed. Fix about the cause trade caravan gold calculations to be incorrect. Alright, so we'll get more gold now. Area effect attack actions. When tasked to a specific target are no longer triggered before being in range of the actual target. Interesting. So you could have what? Like done like a Hail Mary attack? Okay, cool. Draugr launch points have been updated to hit enemies in front of the unit more reliably. Good, because the Draugr did miss a lot. Holy, did that boy miss a lot. I usually always got him because the Draugr also comes with the ability to build a hill fort for the free. That's why I always got it. But the Draugr was just, yeah. If your enemy knew how to strafe with their units, the Draugr is never hitting them. You know what I mean? Well, not never, but like, yeah, missing a lot of shots. Fix the bug causing garrison and under-garrison units with modified actions to stop functioning as expected. Cool. Fix the bug causing unit lifespans not to be correctly handled. In all cases, when counted inside of another unit. Wait, what? Correctly handled in all cases when contained inside another unit. Okay, I don't know exactly what that means. I'm guessing like if you get into a ship, maybe? Alrighty, next we have is fix the bug preventing regeneration / negative regeneration when garrisoned. Mercenaries will now continue losing hit points while garrisoned. Interesting. Alright. So that's gonna work perfect. That's gonna work how it's supposed to. I'm guessing people were garrisoning their units to obviously get rid of the negative repercussions. Now that will be gone. Alrighty, so it looks like they were trying to tackle a lot of different exploits that people were using, which makes sense. Obviously, you want it to be balanced in a strategy game. Units performing area attacks. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Was this not just... Is this not the same thing? Wait, units performing area attack actions toward a specific target will now attempt to follow the intended target if the target moves outside of their range. Ah, okay, so before they wouldn't do that and they would just pick a different target. Now they would actually stick to their target. Which, again, good change because, yeah, that would be kind of annoying. Fix the bug causing refunds to not always be granted when someone else completes a building on a socket you have a foundation on. This also fixed the bug causing AI to fail their planning of a town. That's actually, no, that's huge. Because to be honest with you, what is it, like 350 wood and 350 gold for a new town center? So obviously, yeah, that refund is definitely needed, especially early game. I can see how that could have changed a lot of games really quickly. You know what I mean? From you trying to get an expo, seeing it's an enemy, and all of a sudden not getting your money back. Yeah, that's a big problem. Good thing that it was fixed. Camera track state is now properly reset when initialized on random map camera track. I have no idea what this means, but sure. Nice. Fix the bug causing units performing an attack action not to stay locked on their current targets when their attack animation has been set to locked. Okay, so now they're going to properly lock on. Okay. Faunir's ranged attack now stays locked onto a target for a portion of its animation. Fafnir. Who is Fafnir? Listen, all these names, my brother. Who in the hell is... Ah, my dragon boy, my big dragon. Yes. This is the Norse ultimate getting the dragon. Now it stays locked onto a target for a portion of its animation. Okay, so it works now how it's supposed to. Makes sense. Fafnir now continues firing as it targets, even if they walk out of range. Okay, cool. So the attack continues. So it doesn't actually, cancel the attack if they move out of range. Good. Because Fafnir has like this line ability where it just spreads fire in a line. Obviously, you don't want that to be canceled. It does massive damage. Makes sense. Attacking a hostile huntable being converted by a set priest and running away no longer causes it to retaliate towards the priest. Interesting. I didn't even know this was a little thing that you can do and just to get the priest out the way. But cool. Also, I didn't know. Wait a minute. You can convert hostile huntables? Like you tell me I can convert a rhino with a priest? Brother, I must not know some things about this game because to be honest with you, that's pretty funny. I didn't even know that was a thing. When the villager priority system is active, newly created villagers are now redistributed to resources regardless of set rally point. Look, wait a minute. Ah, so the village priority system is that like that system where you can pretty much change like how much percentage of your villagers you want to go to every single resource. If you have this enabled, now they will go automatically to those resources and not be AFK, which makes sense. If you're using the system, then obviously, you know what I mean, it should do its job. Fix a bug with AI transporting on water maps. I don't know exactly what bug it is, but AI transporting water maps is, there are a couple bugs to it. I don't know exactly which bug they're talking about. Fix the bug causing curse to potentially affect invalid targets. All right. Attack move cannot be properly issued while having only villagers selected. Good, because obviously they now have the ability to attack move, as we read above. Sky Passage auto on garrison can no longer be triggered from Sky Passages in foundation states. I don't know exactly what this means. Like them being built, or what exactly does this mean? Were people like just like beginning to build them and then they could still ungarrison them? Is that how that worked? Was that like a thing? But now that it's fixed. Added a cooldown / retries for hunting actions, hunt / trees when looking for a new target, reducing the number of cases where a villager can go idle while hunting / chopping wood. Nice. Wow. So if they can't find somebody in their area to hunt or trees nearby, they will retry after a specific cooldown. That's a great quality of life change. Wow, that's insane. This also, listen, there's some good stuff in Age of Mythology that Age of Empires doesn't have. This should be added to Age of Empires as well. And also on top of that, one thing that I've always noticed is that whenever, for example, some villagers are attacking, let's say, a rhino, for example, right? Rhinos are like the boars of Age of Empires, right? There's different types of animals, not just rhinos, but all different types of animals, right? But the ones that are aggressive back to the villagers when they attack them, right? They usually have more health, but they have more meat on them, right? What I've noticed is when villagers are attacking an animal like this, if there are nearby villagers doing other tasks, it doesn't matter if they're just building a building or if they're collecting wood, they will help kill the animal for you and then go back to their task. You know what I mean? Which I think is amazing. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to take the villagers off the wood or off building to help your villagers that are obviously being attacked by this animal they're trying to hunt. They will do it automatically. I think that is amazing. Again, something that I think should be added to Age of Empires. I might make a separate video on like stuff that I think should be added to Age of Empires that Age of Mythology has. It's the same company. I know they can implement this stuff. You know what I mean? I know it's possible. All right. But yeah, this is amazing. Wow, this is a great addition. Various myth units are no longer valid for favorite myth unit in post-game stats. Okay, I'm guessing they did this because I'm guessing, for example, the Norse. One of their myth units is obviously like the guy with the hammer that you can build like everywhere. He shouldn't really be counted because, to be honest with you, they'll always win that post-game stat if it's a long game because they make hundreds and hundreds of those. They're technically myth units, but they're not really, you know what I mean? Because, you know, like, for example, like, they give you more favor as the Norse as they fight, right? They have a bonus for that, but they don't have a limit on how much you can build them. You can build as much as population space as you have. But, for example, the guys that have oracles, I forgot exactly what they are, Atlanteans, right? The guys that have oracles, they only have a set amount of oracles they can build, and the oracles collect favor as well, right? So it's kind of unfair that the Norse usually win the post-game stat of, you know what I mean, favorite myth unit or like who has the most myth units. Makes sense. Fix the bug where the flying rock was attackable by villagers. That's funny. I didn't know that was possible. The flying rock is like that guy, is like that big bird that carries like the tent. I've never seen anybody actually use them, to be honest with you, though. I'm yet to see some cool plays in my personal games. I'm pretty sure there's, you know, games out there where there's like, you know, somebody who's like, haha, you know what I mean? We're flying over with all these guys. I'm pretty sure there's videos out there, but I've never seen it being used in my multiplayer games, except for like, you know, them being idle after like an upgrade where they're unlocked. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much it. Fixes for situations where resource gathering villagers could swap to idle when blocked by other villagers. This happens a lot when you have a lot of villagers clumped up on each other. Good change. Automatons are no longer repairable when in petrified states. Interesting. I think petrified stays when like they gain a lot more extra armor and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, makes sense, I guess. Probably too overpowered. Automatons will now die as expected when petrification effects wear off, and they were killed during the petrified state. There it is. Makes sense. Damn, they're really nerfing these guys. Automatons can now be repaired when they die after being thrown. What? Interesting. So only when they're being thrown. So what is this like? If it's like a Titan, or if it's somebody like a Minotaur that can like have an ability that makes them go flying. So once they land, you can still repair them, and then they come back. Huh. They still might be overpowered. Fix the bug where Freyr villages and dwarves converted to berserkers was also 50% cheaper. Okay, so now they're going to be more expensive. Interesting. Fix an issue with the Huntress Axe where the throwing axeman could still miss a target 1 in 5 times. Now they will not miss a target. There you go. Unit set to auto scout will now cancel when manually commanded to do something else. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. I saw this as I was playing the Arena of the Gods. What does this mean? One thing that was super annoying, especially if you played the guys with the oracles. Again, I think it's the Atlanteans, but if it's not, get it twisted. But pretty much what the oracles would do once you change them into hero oracles, what they would do is they would if they had the auto scout enabled and you made them pick up a relic, for example, sometimes they would pick up the relic, and then even if you told them after you pick up the relic, if you did like the shift, you know what I'm saying, next action, to pretty much drop it off, they would sometimes just not follow that command and then just run around with the relic. And if you're, if it's a big game, a lot of relics, like just a huge map, you might forget about them, and all of a sudden they might accidentally bring like a really good relic to the enemy team, you know what I mean, and then get killed, and then the enemy team takes your relic. This has obviously been changed. Now it automatically turns off, and thank the Lord that it does. Okay, makes sense. But obviously you have to turn it back on after. But that's a lot less of a headache than losing your relic that you obviously got already because the game decided to say forget what you inputted. We're gonna auto scout. I like this a lot. Fix the bug causing Titans to become stuck in trees in some situations. Interesting. And by the way, since Titans can already walk on water, why can't Titans like make trees fall over when they walk past them? Or do some Titans do? I haven't made all the Titans yet. But let me know if some Titans do can walk through like forests and stuff like that. But I feel like that's something they should be able to do. I feel like the Titans are way bigger than the trees, in my opinion. Fix the bug. No, we already looked at that. Implode will now prioritize units closer to the implode sphere. Interesting. So units that have implode. Implode is that one. It's like a blue sphere, and then like all the units get kind of closer and closer to it. Interesting. So let's make it weaker or better is the question. I think it will make it weaker because I think it just made all units go closer, but now it's going to prioritize units closer. So I'm guessing units that are closer are going to get impacted even more, but units that are farther away, not as much. So I guess it got balanced out. Fix the bug causing projectiles and units moving with an arc to disappear below -10. This includes units such as. Wait a minute, what? Listen, I don't know all the names for every single unit. I'll be honest with you. Oh yeah, I've never even made this here. I'll be honest with you. All right. Oh, so some units would just disappear for some reason whenever they would use like their leap abilities. Obviously, multiple units have the leap ability. All right, makes sense. Fix the bug causing newly built town centers not to generate Lush while playing as Gaia. Lush is like, I just played this. It gives like a small trickle of gold, right? But good, makes sense. And then fix the bug causing unit rotation in-game and the editor to feel clunky or reset on incorrect rotations. Cool, now fixed too. Campaigns. I already played the campaign, I'll be honest with you. But if you've not played the campaign yet, Well, I'll be honest with you, even if you've not played the campaign yet, who's this for? Do people replay the campaigns? I'm sorry. That might sound inconsiderate. But if you've already played the campaign, this shouldn't really matter. And if you haven't played the campaign yet, this shouldn't really matter. But I guess, yeah, they've been improved. All right. Balance. Oh my goodness, here we go. Not too much actually in terms of balances. Let's see what it is. So units, caravan, trade rate increase from 0.6 to 0.7. Okay. I thought trade was already pretty strong, but it's going to get stronger. All right, makes sense. We'll see how it goes. Buildings, repair rate of all buildings reduced from 0.75 to 5. This makes sense. Repairing is pretty strong, but at the same time, a lot of units do a lot of damage as well. We'll see how it works. And then repair rate for walls is also reduced from 0.5 to 0.25. So my point still stands. I don't care. Listen, my RTS wall rant, a lot of naysayers, a lot of, you know what I mean, wall builders that want to, you know, pretend like they're right in this room. This just proves my point. Walls suck. All right? And now they're going to suck even more. All right? Listen, you didn't hear it from me. You heard it from the balance changes. All right? This pretty much you can translate to equals walls suck. All right? It is what it is. Now, technologies, ballistics, track rating of units reduced from 99 to plus. Wait, what? Track rating of units reduced from 99 to plus 3. This allows them to be more accurate, predict where the units are moving, but faster units can still outrun range units. These tracking changes were made to help faster units like cavalry counter mass archer masses. Interesting. Okay. So ballistics in Age of Empires is like guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Like you have aimbot. You know what I mean? Like it is your arrows will hit. But this is what this is saying is instead of making them always hit, they're going to still be very strong versus, you know what I'm saying, infantry, other archers, slower moving units. They're still pretty much going to be like, you know, almost aimbot. But they will still be countered by cavalry as they should. Archers should be countered by cavalry because, you know what I mean, they're harder to aim at because they're faster. So I agree with this change. It makes sense. To be honest with you, add it to Age of Empires too. But then again, it would probably make archers suck again because archers in Age of Empires, they're good, but in certain scenarios. Lastly, Deathmatch. I've actually never played Deathmatch, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really like it in Age of Empires. Wasn't a big fan of it. But let's see what they got. Advance to the next age in Deathmatch now costs resources again. Previously free. I don't know if that matters because isn't it like infinite, if I'm not mistaken? Like infinite, not infinite resource, but like you start off with a lot of resources. Unless it's different here. Greek favor gathering rate reduced from 30% to 20%. Okay. Greek town center build speed reduced from 0.75 to 0.6. So the Greeks got a lot of debuffs. And then Freyr's gift technology is now automatically researched in Deathmatch. Well, that seems very strong. Alrighty, all Pantheon changes. What do we got? These are all our heroes. So, Zeus, bolts, favorite cost reduced from 65 to 55, minor change. Hades, we got fix an issue where Hades heroes do not correctly benefit from the +1 range in line of sight. Cool, that's a buff. Poseidon, lure, god power, total number of chickens spawned in the wander age increased from 10 to 15. Nice. Nice. More chickens, you love to see it. Minor gods, Ares, Will of Kronos technology, Cyclops throw action damage area increase reduced from +3 to +2. Interesting. I'll be honest with you, Cyclops, the throwing Cyclops, they're not that great, bro. They suck at aiming, bro. I feel like they gotta like buff them before they, you know what I mean, debuff them. That might just be me. Myth units. The Meridian adjusted as follows. Hit points got increased a little bit. All right, nothing too crazy. Cyclops, area damage of the throw ability is now constant rather than dropping out further from the edge. Throw area damage radius reduced. Okay, so they just balanced it out. They made it more consistent, but they also reduced the damage of it. Okay. Major gods for the Egyptians. We got Ra. Farming gather rate increase now only affects the caster, so no longer affects any other players. Interesting. So that was like a team thing before, but now it's not. Minor gods, the Ptah. Okay. I'm trying to see if any of these is anything too significant. Citadel Center. Trains research everything 25% faster. Favor cost reduced by 150 to 100. That's pretty significant. The Bast. Myth units movement speed has been reduced. Myth unit armor vulnerability has been reduced. Ooh, so the Bast Eclipse God power has been nerfed to high hell. Minus 5% for the movement speed and minus 10% for the armor vulnerability, but it costs 10 less favor now. 90 instead of 100. Okay. And the Locust Swarm, the Sobek Locust Swarm favor cost increased from 50 to 75. I guess people are spamming it. Now you can't spam it as much. That's the one that makes it so farming and stuff like that gets affected, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Myth units, Son of Osiris can no longer be targeted by Shockwave. Okay. These are all minor changes. Human units, the Chariot Archers follows. Hit points increased and pierce damage increased. The Chariot Archer. It's the one that could like change its thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't play as the Egyptians. I don't know a bunch of stuff about the Egyptians. They're the guys that have like the guy that can like increase whatever. I still don't know how that works. All right, it is what it is. Hate me if you want me to. Heavy Chariot Archers cost has been reduced. These are the technologies. So Egyptians. The Egyptians. If you're going Egyptians and you're going, what's it called? Like heavy cavalry. Late game, your cost for every single technology has been reduced, literally by half, is what it looks like almost, in terms of like gold cost and all that. Pretty cool. Norse Pantheon. These are the boys I play. Let's see what it is. Major gods, Thor. The Dwarven Armory, just as follows. Cost increased from 90 wood to 135 wood. Okay. Because the Dwarven Armory lets you get like a dwarf every single time you research a technology. Okay. Research speed reduced by 50%, but gains plus 50% research speed every age advancement. This means Dwarven Armory research at normal speed in classical age and twice as fast in mythic age. That sucks. Because the whole point of Dwarven Armory is you get dwarfs, right? And if you slow down the rate that you get those dwarfs, obviously once you're already like closer, like, you know what I mean, towards the end of the game, you don't really care about like getting the extra dwarfs from the armory no more. So this really is a big debuff. You know what I mean? It costs more now, and you know when you need it most to train extra dwarfs, it's gonna work slower. Oh, RIP. Dwarven Mine, favor cost reduced from 60 to 50. You can make more mines now. And favor repeat cost increased from 25 to 50. Interesting. So it's going to be 50 every single time now. There's no decreased amount to build another gold mine, which makes sense. Building a gold mine is pretty powerful. Odin, gold bonus. Regeneration rate for human soldiers and heroes reduced from 0.5 to 0.25. Cool. Probably makes sense. They probably were very overpowered. And the Raven, line of sight increased from 10 to 14. And line of sight gained per age has been reduced with +4 plus 2. Pretty much just balanced out, really. Loki, Eyes in the Forest technology no longer works on buildings, so now only affects units. Eyes in the Forest technology. Oh, is that the one where you can pick like a unit and then like they become a spy? Let me see. Wait, no. It's not that at all. I'm lying. Interesting. So you get like extra line of sight on based on different units on the map. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Sure. And then Freyr. We got Goblin Bursty. Special attacks now throw units more upwards rather than away from the boar, which was causing him to struggle taking out certain myth units. Interesting. That's the boar that helps you protect, obviously, your base, especially early on. It's really good, really powerful. We'll see how this affects it. But I guess it's going to make this even stronger, really. And then minor, we got this. Mountain Giant hit points reduced from 25 to 20. Okay. Cost increased from 150 food, 25 favor to 175 and 35 favor. Yeah, Mountain Giants were pretty strong. They probably needed to get a little bit, a little bit of a debuff. Then we have the Ragnarok God Power. Favor cost reduced from 500 to 350 favor. All right, this is the one that turns all your units into warriors, right? Yes. Am I correct? Am I in my Yes. That makes sense. And then cooldown increase for the Tempest from 60 to 150 seconds. Holy, hold on. What's the Tempest? Hold on. That seems like an insane nerf. What the hell? Calls down a vicious hailstorm that damages and greatly slows down enemy units. Okay, that makes sense. So people probably wouldn't spam it. Okay. But that is an insane. From 60 to 150. Holy. And then the Tar... Oh, here we go. This bull BS. Why has it not been removed? So these are the wolves that appear in your town center to destroy every single person in sight. Let's see what happened. They better have gotten nerfed. I think they have. Okay. Duration reduced from 38 to 36 seconds. To be honest, make that shit 20 seconds. Pierce armor from 70% to 40%. Great. Makes them easier to kill. And then movement speed has been decreased from 6.6 to 6. Thank the Lord. You guys should have done a lot more, but it's a good start. I'll be honest with you. Now, myth units, the Draugr. Line of sight has been increased. They can see more. Okay. And the special attack rate of fire reduced. This reduces the overall time required to perform the attack. So this is actually... So now they will attack faster and see further. Good. And the Rock Giant, hit points reduced from 900 to 850, and hack armor reduced from 65 to 60. Again, Rock Giant, pretty strong. Damage, and then the Fafnir, damage increased from 10 hack, 5 crush to 12 hack and 6 crush. Note this unit attacks 6 times in one attack cycle. Interesting. So they're going to do a lot more damage now. And then technology, throwing axeman bonus versus buildings reduced from +3 to +1x. Okay, so they're not going to be as strong versus buildings. Atlanteans! Jeez, there's so much in here. Sky Passage just as following. Hit points have been reduced by 100 and cost increased from 5 favor to 50 wood and 8 favor. Makes sense. They're pretty strong and they're pretty cheap, so makes sense. Minor gods, blah, blah, blah. Got so much over here. The Tatarian. I never actually used this gate, I'll be honest with you. But now they're going to spawn faster. They're going to increase the chase distance. So this spawns like units out of like that little gate that you can put down. And obviously they can't go too far away from the gate or they will die if I'm not mistaken, right? But this has been an insane buff. Holy. Every single thing that it does has gotten increased. Their attack speed, spawn rate, chase distance, auto attack range, damage increase, hack attack increase rate, bonus 2x damage for human soldiers, jump attack damage, jump max range, jump attack bonus. God dog, man. They're really trying to make this viable. Hey, if you haven't tried the Tatarian Gate, you might want to try it now because, yeah, they just said, hey, we need y'all to start using this more. Then we have the God Power Carnivore. Carnivora. Cooldown increased from 120 to 180. Okay. And then divine damage against units reduced from 50 to 40. Sure. Myth units, Man of War. Increased attack range. It's the naval units. Behemoth. Attack range has been increased. Cost has been decreased. The Argus Atlas hack damage has been increased. And special damage has been decreased. Cool. Human units. Carry Ballista and Heroes. Bonus damage versus infantry increased from 3.5 to 4x. Okay. And then the Atlantean cavalry line upgrades are 25% cheaper rather than 50%. Interesting. Atlanteans. No more cavalry is what they said. That's what they told me. Alright, random maps. What changed? We got some bugs. Watering hole in marsh. Fixed the bug where gold mines on marsh and watering hole could spawn in allies' areas instead of the players' areas, resulting in poor map distribution. Makes sense. Ghost Lake has been added to the map set for standard and quick match. Cool. We're skipping the modding. I have no idea what none of this means, but shouts out to all the modders out there. Make more mods. Make more mods. Make more mods. Make more mods. It's getting slow out there, bro. We need more mods, all right? Love you, boys. Ongoing. Investigation. As we continue, we are continuing to track issues reported by the community. Future updates. Known issues. Skipping cutscenes in Arena of the Gods co-op games is not recommended. Currently, that causes a black screen to appear for several minutes. Interesting. Map scrolling no longer continues while the cursor is outside the window in windowed mode. The villager priority system incorrectly reassigns manually assigned villagers when new villagers are trained. And attempting to spectate matches with 9 or more players can cause desyncs. Okay, so those are things they're going to fix in the future. All right, that does it. Holy moly. We're coming up on 50 minutes. There's a lot of stuff in here. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. You really can only tell how it's going to go by actually playing the game. So, yeah, let's get into the games. Let's play them. More content will be uploaded, like always. I'm going to do all the the Arena of the Gods missions. That will be on my channel. It's being uploaded right now. As I speak, as you watch, it is on there. Go check it out. And I have Age of Empires 2, 3, 4. I have all the Age of Mythology campaigns. Listen, I got it all. You know what I mean? If you want to go check it out, I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.